The Poli 6 Options Program is a special education program that provides an individualized, inclusive, faith-centered education for students with intellectual disabilities. In 1998, 5 families with the same hopes and goals for their children with special needs got together, forming the Options Program. They wanted their children to be welcomed, to be a part of a school, to be allowed to participate in extracurricular activities, to have the opportunity to be in general education classes, learning alongside their peers, and to be a part of a loving, inclusive community. After Poli 6 approved a pilot project, these families worked tirelessly over 8 months to get the program started and worked through all of the rising obstacles, allowing the Options Program to open in the fall of 1998 with 6 students. The community of Poli 6 quickly adopted the belief that it was part of the Christian mission to include all students with or without disabilities. Former parent of a student options, Matt Brockwell, says that, quote, "We're all God's children, and all life has value, and all of these people, no matter what their abilities are, have abilities and have gifts. It's important that everybody recognizes that and understands that. It makes life just that much richer," end quote. Laura Brockwell also noted that the format of the Options Program does not isolate the students from each other, but rather incorporates the students into the general education, allowing friendships to naturally occur as they should. The peer mentoring program is a vital part of the Options Program in the community of Poli 6. Peer mentors are students that volunteer throughout the school day, either in study hall periods or in the peer mentoring class, to attend classes with students in the Options Program and to help them with their work and with staying on task. Peer mentoring fosters the belief among students that everyone should be loved and cared for, and to stand up for students with differing abilities. Peer mentors believe that the Options Program helps everyone come together and brings unity to the school. It is not in the shadows of our community. It is one of the aspects of Poli 6 that we are most proud of. Many peer mentors say that they feel that being involved in the Options Program had a greater impact on them than they did on it. Working with and forming friendships with the students in Options changes the hearts, outlooks, and perspectives that many students have. It helps them to see that their purpose is to love and serve others, which can be done in small acts of kindness and compassion. The lessons learned through peer mentoring carry through a person's life and make them a better, more well-rounded individual. One of the greatest impacts that Poli 6 leaves on a student is the values learned through peer mentoring and spending time with students in the Options Program. Having classes with both general and special education students makes a major impact on all students and teachers. Mrs. Gardner, an Options teacher, says that, quote, "Students in Options learn social skills, speech skills, study habits, and how to behave in a classroom by watching and learning from their peers," end quote. And general education students learn how to teach others, remain patient, and be caring. Ms. Damaris, a psychology and public speaking teacher who often has integrated classes with general education students and students in Options, says, quote, "Just like all students, students in the Options Program can bring another unique perspective. I think it actually makes other students more aware of their language, tone of voice, body language, content of conversation, etc. It constantly makes other students act as role models," end quote. Overall, the Poli 6 community feels that having integrated classes benefits all students. For the students in the Options Program, they learn social and academic skills from their peers. General education students learn how to help others, explain information to their classmates, and stay behaved and on task. While this does mean that the teachers have to modify their courses to accommodate the students in Options, it is usually only slight changes. For example, Ms. Damaris mentions that she may assign her students to take notes during a video, but will give fill-in-the-blank notes to students in Options so that they can better understand the information and get it down in the same amount of time. Most changes to curriculum and assignments are minor, and teachers are happy to accommodate all of their students. The good effects outweigh the challenges that are faced in integrated classes, and having students in Options learning alongside their peers is so beneficial for everyone's learning. Another major part of the Options Program is that it helps students build the confidence and knowledge to move on to bigger and better things. After graduating from Poli 6 and the Options Program, Many students go on to get jobs or take part in a college special needs program, such as George Mason's Life program, which was also started by some of the founding parents of the Options program. The skills and life lessons learned at Poli 6 allow the students from the Options program to achieve more than they could ever imagine. The public school system lacks the resources and opportunities that private schools, such as Poli 6, have in order to support the Options program. It is more difficult to individualize learning and integrate the students into general education classes at public schools. Most public school students can agree that they know very little about their school's special needs program and that the students are not involved in the community. That is why the 5 founding families wanted to create the Options program. They wanted their children to be a part of a school community, to be treated as any other student would be, and to be able to be in integrated classrooms. They wanted their students to be able to participate in sports, clubs, and other activities, and to be loved and supported by their classmates. Poli 6 has the ability to create individualized lessons for the students in Options and has a smaller number of students that allows them to do so. Mrs. McClellan, the head of the Options program, says that, quote, "We are able to work with families following IDEA laws loosely, but individualizing based on students' needs. In public schools, there's more of a process, more constraints, less faculty, and less opportunity to fully include students." End quote. The faith aspect is also another major component that sets the Poli 6 Options program apart from other special needs programs. Mrs. Gardner notes that being a Catholic school benefits and promotes the program in a community that fosters inclusion. Quote, "The Catholic Church's teaching embodies respect for life, and what better way to respect life than to include and educate all individuals, regardless of their abilities. This affects how we treat our students. We are able to love them as human beings versus simply treating them as a student filling a seat." End quote. Having the common belief and understanding of the Catholic Church helps unite the school and all the students in faith and morals. The Poli 6 Options program touches the hearts of all that get to experience it and see its impact on the community. Our school would not have the same atmosphere if we did not have the Options program. It instills the core values of love, inclusion, and working together in all administration, teachers, students, and families. Matt Brockwell says that, quote, "Supporting Options and making sure that Options stays vibrant and successful means that the general ed kids have an opportunity to have a different aspect to their education, particularly from a faith perspective, so that you can appreciate that these are all worthwhile individuals as well. A person is a person no matter how small. That's kind of what Options is about." End quote. The program teaches students that everyone should be treated equally and with love and respect. It is not forced upon the students, but occurs naturally when they meet the students in the Options program and realize how hardworking, loving, and fun they are. Stephanie Lee, another former parent, said that, quote, "Having an opportunity to support what Poli 6 is doing is transformative for the students with intellectual disabilities. It's also transformational for the high school itself. It makes everyone there a better person." End quote. The Options program has a great impact on the Poli 6 community and brings everyone together. It unites the school as one and serves as a reminder to love, teach, share, and include all. St. Poli 6 Catholic High School would not be where it is today, and its former students would lack the knowledge and values learned if the Options program was not integrated into the community as it is. We are truly better together.